all of the details are done. Look at him go. I don't actually know what's in here. Good afternoon, friends. Welcome back to my channel. We have lots and lots and lots of whips to do. If you're new to the crochet world or fiber arts or just projects in general, WIPs stands for Works in Progress, and unfortunately I have a lot of those that need to be done. I have a big bag over here that's just kind of been sitting within sight, I might add, under my desk, and it's just filled with a bunch of stuff that I need to get done and finish and get out of here. Plus, they're already pretty much halfway done projects anyway, so might as well finish them and just add them to the shop, especially because I have applied for like 4 markets now, and there's gonna be one every month starting in March. I think one of the months I might even have 2. Actually, no, that's not true. One of them was actually a December market, so it's a long way away, but never too late to sign up for those. Anyway, we've got lots of markets coming up, and the last of my inventory that I have probably only amounts to about $500 because a lot of that stuff sold already with the previous Affair of the Heart that I did. That really massive market, I sold pretty much everything that I have. And I really need to fill up my inventory. So we're going to have some market prepping coming on as well in the future, but right now this video is a whip video. And the first one that I need to conquer that is not actually in this bag, but it was something you guys have seen recently. If you watched my previous Christmas vlogs that I did making some Christmas gifts for people, you know that I had a dragon in the process of making for my husband. And unfortunately, when I was making this dragon, I ran out of the gray that I needed to finish him. Because of that, grays that I did have were a completely different color, and it just was not gonna work. So I had to wait for more gray, and now we have more gray. So first thing we're gonna do is finish this dragon. And then we'll probably tackle something in this bag of unfinished projects. So the gray we were waiting on is actually this, what is this called? Oh, it's literally just gray from Sweet Snuggles Light, as per usual, from Michaels, one of my favorite yarns. The last few things that we had to make for our little dragon were some ears, some feet, oh, and some horns, but those aren't in gray. Those will be in black, and I think they might be done already, maybe not, I don't know. And then wings, which we have our wings done already for the most part. They still need fur, but we do have the wings done. And these were the pieces that we made, our feet and ears, that were in the wrong shade. I could show it to you, but you probably won't be able to tell, and it just looks pretty bad. And in the camera, not so much, but in person, really bad. It looks like a little Frankenstein dragon, and we don't want that. We want coherent dragon. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and make the ears and the feet again. Don't know what to do with those. We're just gonna probably put them in the whip bag and forget about them. And then we're gonna finish up getting everything else on this dragon. So this pattern is by Red Mills Crochet on Etsy, and it is one of my favorite patterns. I could make so many dragons, I'm not even kidding, and I have made a ton of dragons. They're actually one of my best sellers at craft markets as well. So if you are interested in that, definitely be sure to check that pattern out. It is super popular. A lot of people love that pattern. And you can make a decent money off of these because I charge about $75 for my dragons at the markets, and people usually look at me and say, that's pretty cheap. I thought it was going to be like $100. So if making dragons sounds like something you want to do, then that is definitely the pattern for you. I love it. It is a great pattern. It is excellent. There is a lot of sewing. If you don't like sewing, I'm sorry about that, but it is definitely worth it. Also, I do not feel good. I do not feel very good today. I feel awful. I have no energy to get anything done, but I told myself I'm gonna get ahead of the content so I have more stuff to put out for you guys. So we're pushing through and we're gonna make hopefully more frequent content that is also longer, because I do know that you guys enjoy the longer videos that are usually about 30 minutes long, and I don't blame you because I also look for those videos. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this whole time while I was talking I was making an ear, and I was like, this is not the ear. This is weird. No, I'm actually making the feet right now, so it makes a lot more sense that it's coming out like a tube. I really thought I started on the ear. Oh, brother. It's gonna be a long day. Oh, speaking of which, it is currently 2:36. Again, we are getting a late start, but like I said, I don't feel the greatest. So it took me a long time to muster up the energy to start this video. I'm not gonna lie. This color seems like it's super off to me still. Like it's not the right, and I know that it is. I know that the gray is the right gray. There's no way that it's not, but it's still, it seems so... The camera is gonna make it look like I'm a liar, I swear, but it just looks so different. The shades just look so different. Let's see if we could pop maybe a light on here, and maybe that will help. Well, that's not gonna work. Okay, let's try this. The shades just look different. Am I tripping? I don't know. It just, in person, okay, on camera it actually doesn't look that bad, but in person this is like a shade off still to me. I don't know. In the light it doesn't look as bad, but it's still bothering me. Like that doesn't look the same. Oh brother, I don't know why I can't seem to figure out what color, because I know this gray was that gray from, but you know, one of the issues that they always say is that you want to try to finish your project with the same color lot, because color lots can vary in shade, not tremendously, but a little bit, enough for it to matter sometimes. And I'm wondering if that's the problem here. However, I'm not waiting on more gray. Let's turn this off because this is a little too distracting. But yes, I'm not waiting on more gray because I think this is the only other gray. Other than that, there's a silver color, but I have the silver color and I put it up against this dragon and it does not look good. It is definitely not that color. So I'm just gonna go with it. It looks better than the other gray that we used before that wasn't even Sweet Snuggles. So we're just gonna use this color. And it's okay, it's just his feet and his ears. The only thing I'm worried about is the ears, because the ears might be a little bit different. But honestly, it's not as bad as the previous one. So we'll just finish that up. And it's a good thing I'm not selling this.
Sometimes I get the question on what do I watch while I crochet, and a lot of times I usually turn on YouTube and watch other crocheters' channels. Here I'm watching Refined Vibes Market Vlogs, and if you haven't seen her channel yet, definitely go check it out. She's super funny and sweet and such a joy to watch while you crochet. Let me know in the comments below what you guys like to watch while you crochet.
Okay, not gonna lie, it's a new day again. Anyway, we left off when we just finished the ears and the back feet, sewing everything on our little dragon. And now I'm gonna go ahead and finish up adding the fur to the wings and then add the fur to the dragon and sew everything together and finally finish this dragon. It is 12:19 and I feel much better, so hopefully we will get a good amount of stuff done today. So while I'm adding the fur, I got about this far and I realized that I did not put the horns on the dragon yet. And that is an important part when you're doing the first stripe because you put it down the center of the horns. So I need to make the horns real quick and put them on before I can finish the first stripe. I think my least favorite part of this whole pattern is definitely doing the horns. The horns are a massive pain in the butt because they start out so small. And I don't know if you've ever done a magic ring with like 3, 4, 2 single crochet to start with in the magic ring, but those are extremely difficult because there's just no space at all to work with anything, especially with this black yarn. Most of the Sweet Snuggles Light glides really smoothly and just really nicely through the stitches, but the black for some reason has so much resistance, so it makes it that much worse. But look at how tiny it is, like, to start with. There's so many rounds of just tininess. Alright, we finally finished putting everything on our dragon. He's got all of his fur, he's got the wings, his horns, his ears. Everything is good to go for this big boy. And now we're just going to put the eyes on. And for the eyes for my dragons, I like to use these 1-inch felt eyes that are like closed sleepy eyes with little eyelashes. I get mine from ADH Crafted on Etsy, and I will link that in the description box below if you're interested. But what I do with these is I just take some super glue, I put some on the back, and then stick them on my plushie. And I never had a problem with them trying to come off or anything like that. So we're gonna attach those eyes and then do the little nose details, and he'll be good to go. Alright, we finished our dragon. So look at her eyes, her little nose, all of the details are done. And we are finally done with our dragon. Good evening, friends. It is currently, what time is it? It is 4:03. We were doing a lot today. We edited some videos finally, which is awesome, and we are getting ahead of our content, which is so good. I'm so happy. And if this is the first video that you're catching of mine, I'm actually currently, as of today, 13 weeks pregnant. So for a long time there, I was unable to make the content that I wanted to due to so much nausea and fatigue in my first trimester. It was awful. But a few days ago, maybe 4 days ago, my energy started coming back like crazy, and the nausea almost has completely gone away. So I'm so happy because I've gotten so much done in the last few days, which has made me so happy. When I recorded finishing the dragon, it was before I told anybody that I was pregnant, and it was like the beginning of January or like the middle of January. So it has been like a month now since I'm returning to finishing that video. So this is long overdue, okay? All right. So here is our bag of goodies. And I actually, okay, I have not looked at this bag in a very long time, so I don't actually know what's in here. Looks like we have a bag that I was doing, and I think I vaguely remember this. It is going to take me forever, like an eternity to finish, because it's supposed to be really big. And it's one of those bags that you like fold in triangles and then that makes a bag. But I still have like 100 rows to go for this bag, so I don't think this is going to be one of our works in progresses that we are going to tackle. So we're going to put that in the note pile. Some of these projects in here, I don't know if I'm ever going to finish, to be honest, because like this right here was supposed to be the top of the cauldron that I did for Halloween, but doing the little bubble part was just not working out, and I don't know if I ever want to return to it because it's going to take forever to finish it, and it seems like a massive pain in the butt to do. So I don't know what I'm ever going to do with that, to be honest. I think I might just use it as stuffing. What is this? I don't even know what this. Oh, this is a Grinch. I was doing a little mini Grinch. I might finish that today, actually. That might be a good one to finish because that might be really quick. So we're gonna put this in the pile over here of things that we might do. I know what this is. This is a dragon foot. And unless we make another blue dragon, we are not finishing this works in progress today. Ooh. This would be a butterfly top. I don't show a lot of clothing items or just different items that aren't plushies on my channel, but one of the things that I did a lot of when I first started crocheting were butterfly tops, actually. It's one of the first things I ever did. This one's almost done. I might actually finish this one, but yeah, look at how cute the butterfly tops are. Aren't they so adorable? Before I knew a lot about crocheting, I originally started doing them in acrylic yarn, which I didn't know was a bad idea for a summer top because acrylic doesn't whisk away the heat or the sweat very well. So this is actually 100% cotton yarn, and it's one of the first butterfly tops I started in cotton yarn to transition over. We might finish this today just because it is almost done. So we're gonna put that in the maybe pile. This is a little ghost who is literally almost done. All he needs is stuffing. Alright, we'll finish that too. Even though nobody's probably going to buy them because it's February. This we are definitely not finishing. This is a back panel to a free-handed sweater I was going to make. Or not really sweater, but like another cardigan. But it's velvet yarn. It's fluffy yarn. I've always wanted to have like a fluffy sweater cardigan thingy for the winter because I thought it'd be so warm. But this is only the back panel, and it's the only thing I have done for that project, so definitely not finishing that today. Ugh, my shoulder's getting tired. We're not even halfway through the bag yet. There's still so much stuff in here. Okay. This I was definitely considering finishing. This is the beginning of a squid. However, and I am so upset about this, this is made out of Sweet Snuggles Light, and it is like a bubblegum pink color. And I don't have this color anymore, and Michaels has decided to discontinue Sweet Snuggles Light. So I will no longer get this color anymore, and so this will eternally be a works in progress that I guess I will use as stuffing. So we're putting that in the note pile. because we can't finish it, unfortunately. This is a little otter that I was working on, and I was trying to do it for my mystery boxes a long time ago. But the problem with this was that the pattern for the arms was so annoying. It's one of those ones where it's like really tiny stuff that you work with. It's like 2 rounds. It's like 2 stitches in a magic ring, and it's thick yarn, so it's just really hard, and you have to do it 4 times for the legs. Then you also have to make a tail. So the whole thing is just so small for the amount of work that it takes to make. So I just kind of scrapped it and didn't want to come back to it. I don't know if I'll finish this today because I remember it being super annoying, and I just don't know if I want to deal with that. So I'm going to put that in the note pile. This is a really old works in progress that I was doing. This is actually a teddy bear pattern of all acrylic yarn. I have never done that before, but as you can see, the stitches are super tiny, so it took me forever to make this tiny little thing. So I did not finish it, and this was years ago. I would say this was 2 years ago that I started this project. And he is really cute. The only problem is I don't know where I got the pattern from. I think I might be able to freehand some arms and ears and finish it off, but I don't know if I want to bother with that. So I'm going to put that in the note pile again. Maybe one day I'll be able to find that pattern and figure out what I used for that. Okay. So we're finding a lot of stuff that we're not actually going to complete, which is fun. This one we can definitely finish. So this is what the squid looks like. This is almost done. I think the only thing that he needs... Oh, right. Yeah, so I think what happened was I ran out of the yarn when I was making him, but I do have more of this yarn. I'm looking at it right now. So I can finish up him. He just needs 2 more tentacles and some stuffing, and he is good to go. So we're going to finish him off. We'll put him in the yes pile. So much stuff in here. I don't know why this is... Oh, that's why. So I have a shirt in here that I worked on a long time ago. I think this was a long time ago. Was this a shirt? This seems really tiny. I am not that skinny. Oh, you know what? I think it's one of those ones that's supposed to have a corset on the back. So I think it's one of those ones that only comes just like a little bit in the back, and then it has like a laced up back. I think I was freehanding this. I don't really remember exactly. I know that there wasn't a pattern for this, but I also don't remember what direction I was going in with this. I just really liked the yarn and I wanted a top out of it. But I think I only have these 2 skeins of it, and this is actually yarn I got from Temu a long time ago. So, and it's really soft. I don't know what I was doing with this, and I don't know if I want to spend the time to think about what I'm doing with this. I think I'll probably end up turning it into a shirt, maybe even like restarting it. I don't know, because this is not going to be enough for a shirt. So either way, it's a note pile. We cannot tackle that today. Some of this stuff is like so old that I can't even remember what I was doing. I think this was another, what are they called, cardigans thingy. I think this is the front panel. Actually, it might be the back panel. The start of the back panel of a cardigan, and I have no idea what pattern I was using for that. Might be able to find it on YouTube, but that's not gonna happen today. I think I was making that for my mom too. Alright, so we got another top. A lot of my works in progresses are just tops. We've got another top, and I remember this one. I actually know what it's called. It's the Marabella V-top. Really cute. A little bit see-through. I don't think I'll finish it today, but I do know where the pattern came from, so we can finish it in the future. But again, those things just take a really long time, so we're just not going to deal with that today. This is a little penguin. I don't know where the pattern came from. But I might be able to look and find it. I might be able to take a look and do a little bit of research. He's almost done. I can tell that much. So I might be able to look and see what I used for that. So we're going to put this in the maybe pile, because we might be able to get him done. Oh no, my pile is falling. My note pile is getting too big. This is another butterfly top. This is actually in the acrylic yarn. The red ones are super popular, obviously, because like the red is really pretty. This is an extra small, that's why it's so tiny. I don't know if I will finish this though, because one, it's an acrylic and I'm trying not to use acrylic. And two, I don't know if I have more of that red anyway. Oh, it looks like I do have more red. So I might finish this. Not today, but I might finish this and just add it just because it's almost there. So I might finish it and add it to my shop. Here we've got some jellyfish strings for jumbo jellyfish. I think these are, yeah, these were made with dollar store yarn, that chenille yarn from the dollar store that's really thin. And I only have 2 of them made, and I'm pretty sure I need like 10 or 12 of them for the jumbo jellyfish. And I don't know if I have more of that yarn that's that thin, so we're gonna have to put that off to the side again. Got a lot of clothes in here. This is another butterfly top again. This one is acrylic as well. Only halfway there. This one's a larger one. I don't know if I have more of this blue. I do have a skein of it. But do I want to finish it is the question. Not today, but do I want to finish it ever? I don't know. I don't know if I do or not. I think that's the problem with this, is that like maybe it's the whips aren't necessarily stuff that you wanted to finish. Maybe it's just something that you started and you're just like, well, I'm not really feeling it anymore. So then you just set it aside because you already put a bunch of work into it, but you don't want to get rid of it or destroy it. So then you just look at an unfinished project for eternity instead. What are you? Oh, I think I know what this is actually. Oh yeah. Forgot about this. I actually have this recorded from a long time ago of when I freehanded this. It's actually one of my bad videos that I'm probably never going to edit because it wasn't recorded very well or entertainingly or whatever, because it was a long time ago. But this is a freehanded cardigan, and I think the only thing I had to do for this now was, because everything's put together, the arms and the panels and everything, the only thing I had left, I'm pretty sure, is the trim. Not going to finish that today, but can definitely finish that eventually. Especially because I remember what I did for it. It's just a half double crochet stitch, repeat. And I won't have to remember how to make the panels or anything because they're all done. Only a few more in here. We're getting down to the bottom. Oh, I remember you. So this actually is one of the prettiest things I've ever made, to be honest. However, it is curling, so it didn't come out as gorgeous as I wanted it to. But this is a beautiful purse or handbag. Look at that stitch definition. Like, look at that. That's just gorgeous. That's one of the prettiest things I've ever done, to be honest. Not to toot my own horn or whatnot, but anyway, so the issue with this is that it's curling. And you see that it's doing that. And I thought that maybe I could block it and do that. I don't know how to block anything, but I thought maybe I could learn how to do that and then finish this off. But I really like it, and I think it was a free tutorial on YouTube, so I think I remember how I did it, but it's definitely almost done, and it's gorgeous. Like, that is gorgeous. Not doing it today, though. Almost there. Okay, we got some tiny stuff here that we might be able to finish. Do we have this green? Yeah, okay, so we might be able to finish this little guy. We got a little half leggy froggy almost done, so we'll put that over here in the maybe pile. I have no idea what these are for. They look like horns, but I do not remember what they are for. You know what, there's nothing else in here that matches this, and they're small enough that I think I'm just going to put in my scrap stuffing box and just use them as stuffing, because I have no idea what they're for. This is a free-handed, oh look, I stuck the hook in it so I wouldn't forget. Anyway, this is a free-handed snake I was working on with Temu yarn. I think the issue with this was that I was running out of the purple and I only had the white left, and the snake wasn't very long. So I think the only issue with that was that. So I didn't know if it would look okay if I finished it off in white, because it was only supposed to have white stripes. I might finish this though. I don't know if I have the desire to do that today, but at least we know what hook we used. This is a little chubby dino that doesn't have his feet or his tail or his spikes, but I don't know if I have this yarn anymore. I do not have this yarn anymore, so this little guy is not getting finished anytime soon. I think I can find the yarn at Hobby Lobby though, so he might get finished in the future. One of those like market bags almost. Really cute. I think the reason I stopped was because I ran out of the yarn. I do think I still have it. Yeah, I have more of the yarn up there to finish this off, which I really enjoy making bags like these because it's just kind of like super relaxing. I don't know if I'll finish it today, but it is definitely something we can finish. These are the last two things in the bag. This first thing is a little bra cup for a shirt because I liked the multicolors. And I only ever made one and never made any others, and I don't know how I made this. So I don't think this is ever getting finished. It might become stuffing. This, however, is a little gummy bear, and he is almost done. Literally. I think the other reason why he wasn't finished is because I ran out of yarn again. But I'm pretty sure I do. I have blue yarn to finish him off, so we are definitely finishing him today. Alright. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to put the stuff back in the bag from the note pile that just can't be finished anytime soon. Like a lot of the clothes. Our bag is still full. But good news is we did take a lot of projects out of it. We're probably not going to get through that whole bag ever. But we can work through those projects gradually, especially those really big projects that I just start and don't finish. These are all going to be stuffing because we just can't finish those. I'm just going to put them over here. Alright, now we can get started on some of these other projects in the yes pile. I don't know if I said what time it was. It's now 4:30. So here's the rundown. We've got a ghost, almost done. Gummy bear, almost done. We've got a penguin that we're going to look into, almost done. Leggy froggy, almost done. Don't remember what pattern I used for this though, so we're going to have to look for that too. I'm pretty sure it was a free YouTube pattern though. And I'm pretty sure it was also not in English. We have this squid, almost done. We have this Grinch, or I think it's called Meanie Greenie is the title of the pattern, but he is not almost done. He's like halfway done maybe. And then we have this butterfly top that is almost done as well. So how many projects is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 works in progresses. We'll see how many of those we can get done today. Hopefully we can get them all done today. Especially some of these that are just pretty much just a few stitches and then they're good to go. I think the first thing we'll do is finish off our little gummy bear. And all he needed was a little bit more of the yarn. And I think I know what round this is without even having to look at the pattern. So we're just going to attach some new yarn and finish him off in less than a few minutes. Now we just need a 5mm hook. It should be this one. Yeah. Alright, less than a few minutes and we got our first work in progress done. Little bear and chick. Okay, so what's next? Oh, ghost. We'll finish up this ghost. He just needs stuffing. That's literally it. I can't believe I had some of these projects in here that just weren't done. That were so easily finished. I think this one I might have ran out of stuffing. Because this was back when I didn't buy the big pounds of stuffing. So I probably just tossed it to the side. And just said it, forget it. This is actually all done after the stuffing. Alright, there's a little ghosty. All done. Less than a minute again. I feel like I'm cheating a little bit, but it's fine. Okay, now we're getting on to the harder stuffs. I think I'm going to finish my squid first. I like the squids. So here's more yarn. With this one, I'm actually going to have to pull up the pattern because I do not remember how to finish this. I also don't remember what hooks I used for this, but I think I'm going to go 6.5. That should be a safe bet. It might be around the time that I was using 7mm. So 6.5 should work just fine with the fact that we only have 2 tentacles that we need to make. So it shouldn't be too much of a difference. All right, we just finished our squid. Oh, well, never mind. He needs a mouth. Give me a second. Okay, now he's done. Look at the cute little mouth. Aren't the squids so cool? I just think the squids are so adorable and so much fun to play with. Anyway, super cute little squid, all done. And it is 5:12, so it did not take us very long at all to finish this little guy. So that is our third works in progress done. By the way, the patterns to this stuff will be listed in the description box below so that you can check it out if you want to make it yourself. That squid is by Plushie Co. on Etsy. Okay, and next, we can put that away. All right, next I think, well, I was gonna do the frog, but my meanie greenie is attached to the green, so maybe we will finish this guy up, but this is gonna take us some time. So it might be the last one we make today, depending on how I feel. Lately, it's been okay. In the evenings, it hasn't caused too much trouble with the nausea and everything, but there's no telling what will happen. So I guess we're gonna do this meanie greenie. And this is by Joanna Amigurumi on Etsy. I planned on doing a bunch of these for my Christmas market, or rather my market that was in October that was more of a holiday market, but I didn't get around to finishing them. So that's why it was sitting in my works in progress bag for 4 months. Okay, let's see, what round are we on? 1, 2, well, alright, so we have quite the ways to go, but this shouldn't take us too long, I don't think, because we're almost done with it. It looks like an alien. Alright, it's getting darker outside, but we finished our meanie greenie. Look at how cute he is! Look at how grumpy he is. My favorite part about making these little guys is making them angry. It's like my favorite part. So now we have finished 4 works in progresses. The last ones we have left are the froggy, the penguin, and the butterfly top. It is currently 5:41, and I don't know if we're gonna get to more of them today, to be honest, because I have to do dinner. Maybe we will be back and maybe we will finish another one today, or maybe we will continue this tomorrow. Good afternoon, friends. It is a new day. We're in the same sweater because it's very comfortable and we're pregnant, so we're rolling with it. We are working on finishing the last 3 works in progresses, and I did remember where this penguin came from. Unfortunately, this penguin pattern was actually something that I was working on myself, and I think I wrote it down on a piece of paper a long time ago, planning to transfer it over onto Canva so that I could turn it into an actual pattern whenever I finished it, and I did not. So I have no idea where it's at. So I might work on finishing him. I don't know if that's something that I want to do today or not, though. I'm going to leave him for the end. If we're feeling okay, we might jump into it. If not, we might just leave it for a different time. I might even do a penguin pattern as my March pattern. Anyway, we're going to put the penguin on the side for now. We are going to finish up our leggy froggy. I found a tutorial on YouTube. I'm fairly certain that this tutorial is not the tutorial that I originally followed for this frog. However, this frog is almost done, and all I really need is to figure out how to do the little legs to finish him off. So I'm going to follow this tutorial that I found that looks pretty similar to just get him done. So the first thing we have to do for our little frog is add his eyes. I don't know what eye size is going to be the best for him, so I'm just going to try out some sizes and see what looks the best. I grabbed some 12mm eyes to start with. That's a good size, I think. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Aw, cute little froggy eyes. Now, in her pattern, I just listened to her say that she makes as many rows after the arms as she wants long for the body, so there's really no set amount, which is good news for me when I don't remember my original pattern. So I'm just going to add a few more rows to the body, and then we'll just finish up with his legs, and then he's good to go. We do have to add a new strand of yarn to him though, because he ran out. So we're going to use the invisible join again. I'm also not sure what hook I used, but I think a 5mm will do the trick. It should be good enough. I probably could have made his body a little bit shorter, so now he's a little bit longer than I anticipated, but we're gonna add the mouth and then stuff him and close him up, and then he's good to go. I forgot to mention that we started at like 3:50, so it's pretty late in the afternoon again, but it's okay. I'm gonna put his little mouth on. I'm probably gonna do a little grumpy face because I like doing that with the little leggy froggies. A little straight, serious face. Alright, he's all done. He looks a little crazy, but he's all done. Leggy froggies always look so strange to me. I don't know why they're so fun when they're such a simple thing, but look at him go. Anyway, we have finished work in progress number 5. So in terms of the butterfly top, which is our last project, I have a few problems. One, I don't remember what hook size I used, and hook size is important when it comes to the specific size that I'm trying to make, and I could measure out this size here to figure out if it's a small, extra small, whatever. But the other problem is I don't know where my list is where I usually kept what hook size matched what size butterfly top you'd get. So there's a problem here because there has been, I think, one other time I remember in the past where I used the wrong hook size and it was off just by a little bit, but you could definitely tell in the project that it was off. So I don't think that we are going to be finishing this butterfly top as one of our works in progresses, unfortunately. But we did get a bunch of other ones done, which is really nice. We got a leggy froggy done. We got a little meanie greenie done. We finished the squid. We stuffed the ghost. And we finished the gummy bear. And of course, a lot of this stuff did not actually take that long to figure out and finish, but we still got them done and we got them out of the whip bag, and that's all that matters. So that's everything I have for today's video. I know it's a really long one, but I hope you guys really enjoyed it and were able to get some stuff done while you hung out with me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to catch up more videos like this until the next upload, check out these videos here and I will catch you guys there. Bye for now.